Hello, you guys. It's me again, Shanira. Right now, I am showing you guys a frame that I bought from Michaels. I will be basically making a sign out of this frame. So what I did was put a plastic bag down, put plastic cups, and then put the glass part of the frame on top of my plastic cups. Right here, I am showing you that I used a plastic cup, cut the back of that plastic cup, and I'm pouring the colors that I choose for this sign inside of the back of the part of the plastic cup that I cut. Now, you guys, I got the paint from Hobby Lobby. I got the frame from Michaels. And basically I will be using like a decal. It will say bless. I didn't record that footage. I don't know why. Basically after I do the painting part of this, I will be letting it sit and dry for at least 24 hours. So when I finish letting it dry for 24 hours, I wind up placing the decal on there and everything. You will see what I do before I place the decal, but as far as placing that decal on the actual painting, like I did not record. So what I'm doing here is kind of stirring up the paint. I want it to look marble on the other side. So this is my first time doing this kind of sign, but you guys, you live and you learn while you actually hands on whatever you're doing. So basically, this is my first time. I am learning as I go, so bear with me. And what I'm going to do next is basically pick up the glass and start moving around the paint. Now be really, really careful when you do this, you guys. You don't want the paint getting onto the other side. Now, by this being my first time, I did get paint on the other side just a little. So what I did was wet a rag, and I basically wiped the other side to get the paint off before it dried. And then after I did that, I went back and kind of soaped up the rag and wiped again, and then basically continued the process with taking the soap off, keeping the rag wet and wiping again just to make sure that paint was off the other side. So right here, all you see me doing is moving around the paint. Now, eventually, it won't be moving as fast as I want. I think I should have had a little more paint, which I didn't. I ran out of the colors that I wanted to use. So what I did was use the remaining of the white right here, as you see, and just spread it across the parts that I know the paint was not going to get to, or was going to take really long to get to, which would cause the paint to basically drip off of the glass. So what I want you to do is basically just keep on watching. And also watching helps you be a little better in your arts and craft. So just keep on watching at this part. as I said, I kind of didn't get enough paint. So what I'm about to do is use my paintbrush and kind of paint the rest of the glass. Now, I wouldn't advise you to do this if you want it all marble, but it did work out just fine for me when I did this. But if you want it all marble, you guys, like look marble on the other side, I would suggest you get enough paint to cause it to have that marble effect all over the glass. But it didn't work out for me. So what I did was take my paintbrush and start painting. Now, once you see the other side, you'll be like, oh, okay, you know, it turned out good. But this is not what I was going for. But since I didn't have enough paint, that's what I did. So just keep on watching, you guys. So now I am picking the glass up again and kind of twirling it around. You can't see it right now. Here it go. So I'm twirling it around to basically get the paint to slide down like it was at first. Just to do a little something. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right here. This is how it turned out after doing so. Now, this is the very next day. It's now dry and I'm on the opposite side. Then I put the paint. I use my Windex to spray on the opposite side to make sure no handprints or anything like this will be showing on this sign. Now, after I clean it with the Windex, then I'm going to add the decal. But at first I had a paint marker and I was going to write what I wanted it to say with that, but I didn't like how it turned out. So what I did was go to Hobby Lobby, buy a decal and place it, which it said blessed, placed it on the actual sign. Now I used this sign basically for people to sign, because the event I was using it for, I wanted people to use the paint permanent pen from that I got from Hobby Lobby and basically sign their name. So I just put blessed on there for the occasion. But this is how it turned out after I waited 24 hours for my sign to dry. Okay, so right here, I'm going to show y'all what you can use other than writing with that paint marker or just going to get a different decal. I got these little stickers from Hobby Lobby. You can put those on there, but I chose a decal. Now, you guys, so basically, I'm about to show y'all what I used the sign for. I put glass around the frame and then I add my mother-in-law's picture, and then the sign I did the same thing around the frame and then added a decal that says blessed, and this how it looked at after everybody signed it. I think it turned out really good and pretty.